I was looking at this space from when I was traveling up and down for my school and for my college also. 2002 they started cutting, they started widening the airport, they started actually making the airport road. So all these spaces were very interesting to me because you have this cut border, which is the brick, the red brick with grey cement, and then inside it used to be different color paint, and especially for this building it was like you have so many posters inside now. So I was able to relate it to as a proper frame or a mounting. So anything you do inside it, it's already there is a stage there.
We know each other from more than 10 years, and we met her in 2012.
One of my other project.
Yeah,
this year, January, we were there in Assam for 10 days. We were doing different performances and installation. That's where all three of us worked together.
Performance art in that festival was categorized as protesting art.
They called three of us like protesting. They are the protesting artists from Bangalore and Serbia.
First performance was actually kind of response to what we were getting from the owners, because all three of us on different level we were contacting owners from different channels, every channel we had, and everywhere we were just getting no. And once we were there, all three of us together, the owner came in and he said that if you touch the wall also, if you touch anything in this space, we'll break your legs. So that is how it was. And so that's where one thing what struck me was how power play is so much into everything, and they are in a dominating thing, but they were actually scared that what we are going to do inside this space, we are going to take it over. At one point in time, he even asked that are we from government, or
maybe that
government will come and do something. Yeah.
Now I think they're pretty much fine because they saw what we are doing with art, and they saw that we won't harm to that space or to
and
them.
that's how we were able to get inside this space.
They're kind of okay now. Yeah.
So those performances were
We hope
majorly
that
on that.
Maybe someday they'll come and tell us to get into the space, and
We still hope that they'll allow us to clean this space, because that was the major point we have mentioned in this thing also. Because if we are able to clean this space, then we get the down part also, which has become a basement now.
And we get garbage for stuff.
Yeah, so we can do something with that. And I'm hoping when this thing gets over also, still we are able to get into that space and our people are able to come and meet at that space, because that is the whole point. What I believe is, once the project is over, it should not get stuck here. It should go on moving. More of local people, when they start doing this thing, we will be able to make that art atta, properly art atta, and not only performance art atta, but actually where people are coming and we are able to serve them tea or whatever it is.
The performance about like how old buildings are demolishing in Bangalore, and some commercial buildings are growing up, and that too mostly they are like pizza corners, shopping malls, and Domino's, McD. The place where I was performing, that place was also the kind of a very, very old building, which was also a kind of icon of our Bangalore. These kinds of things are trying to suffocate our culture or ourness about our like our Bangalore. Like I was tying the balloons, logos of McD and pizza corners, and them I was tying them and it was I was not able to breathe properly, and before the performance still going on. Still, I was tying it up. People came inside and they started blasting them, and that was really nice actually. And one old a senior guy came, and he also started cutting off those thread tags. So, yeah, that was the performance of it. I wanted to see that what will how will people react to that.
We are trying to intervene into public, and it becomes a high point when public comes in and joins into your performance, or because then I believe that all three of us believe that they become a process of making art. So then it becomes a serious thing for them also. Otherwise they are just the audience. But once they come into your work, they do something, then they are away from that audience effect and they are into your work. It's a way you can express directly to the audience, and you don't put up in four bounded walls. You can get into the audience, take their direct criticism. That's what I feel is really good in performance, because whatever it is, they tell you then and there. Like I did a performance in Shimla where I was painted as India flag and the other guy was painted as Pakistani flag, and we were tied up with a jute rope. And it was really interesting. There was a lot of kids. It was their chutti time, so there was a lot of kids. And sometimes, यार पाकिस्तानी तो strong है, यही जीतेगा. नहीं हम Indians हैं, India जीतेगा. So these things.
And Pakistani was from Serbia.
Yeah, he was from Serbia. But that is interesting point because they are talking on their level. I feel this is best thing about performance art, because a kid can also talk about it, criticize it, comment on it, and a 40, 50, 70, 80-year-old guy can also do it. That is somewhere an issue also, I guess, because in performance art, even in documentation, you cannot feel the heat, you cannot feel the sweat, smell, temperature, all these things. So maybe now we should work on that thing. Smell, okay, you can create smell, but heat and all those things. If somebody is looking at documentation, if you can create that thing, then again it can create, because only seeing the documentation doesn't take you to, you need to be there. It's not like visual art, you can see it on pictures, you have to be there, present, otherwise you miss it. That's the point.
Yeah, that's happened.
It's already happened.